Hi, and welcome to Design It with Tammy Gibbs. I am so excited you've decided to join me for this video today, and we are going to be talking about my new thing that I have been promoting, and I'm going to show you a little sneak peek into the pages of the AI Artist's Playbook. It is basically a 400-page primer on mastering AI art, clip art, and design. And basically, it walks you through various different art techniques, such as acrylic, watercolor. It goes through like impressionist, surreal. There are just so many different things. In fact, I'll open it up in a few minutes and just let you kind of get a peek at the table of contents. Maybe that's a better way to show you. This is the cover. Let me just go to okay. So this is actually even linked up. So it's got an introduction, basically, how to get the most out of the guide, watercolor, oil, overview of art styles. You've got ink and line art, vintage and retro, impressionist. You have oil painting. You have acrylic, expressionism, art nouveau, pop art, concept art, fantasy illustration, street art and graffiti art, floral clip art, botanical clip art, and popular clip art styles. So literally I could have kept going on, and I probably will create some smaller guides that are more specific to some individual styling, just to kind of, I guess, bounce off of this big 416 page document. It got too big and I just had to end it somewhere. But I probably will continue to develop some other guides that work on the concept. But basically, what I'm going to do today, and I wanted to do, was I did a very short intro, an announcement with one of the previous versions, excuse me, previous videos that was done on Artistly version 4. That's a good video because if you're using Artistly, then that's going to give you a way that you can double your images in the fast mode if you're in the $149 package anyway. So you definitely want to watch that one. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sort of jump in and I'm going to pull up some of my old prompts, and then we're going to apply some of the information that is in the playbook. And we will see what kind of changes and how it changes the prompt and the different versions we get out of it. It's super exciting to be able to see how different elements change basic prompts. And that's where we'll learn to then develop our own prompting style, merging different various techniques found with different art mediums, and so that our clip art and our art will look a little bit different than everybody else's, because everyone's going to use and apply these techniques differently. So I'm pretty excited about it, and I have just enjoyed just myself playing with all of this. I'm going to take a quick little break and I'll be right back. Okay, let's jump back in now. I'm going to go into Artistly. If you've watched my channel, you know that's what I use to create all my art. And now the AI Artist's Playbook is not specifically for Artistly, so the prompts and things that are in there are not necessarily, anybody can use it. And you may find that you may have to tweak a few things for Artistly, but seriously, it's not that big a deal. There is so much information in there. You're gonna have wins and loses, but I have that with any prompts that I try. So and it was just a lot easier to do it on a general basis than it was specifically for Artistly. I will have future tips coming out for folks that are using it that will help them tweak things specifically as far as tips for Artistly. But we're going to go in and jump in, and I have not pre-done any of these specifically for the video. So, you're gonna see the trial and error and what works and what doesn't work. And, some elements, even with my trying them out previously, some of them actually, some elements change a lot. It's a drastic change. Others, not as much. But we're going to jump in and we're going to try it out. And I'm going to just show you. Let me find just the right image for us to play with. I guess I could probably try my little, let's see. No, let's go with a different one. I'm sorry, I have lots and lots of images, and I know it would be easier if I would just, pick something out and go with it. Let's try this little girl right here. Okay, so we're going to regenerate this one. I'm going to bump into my Playbook, and we are going to, let's see, we're going to change this to a faded vintage palette. We're going to copy that. We're going to pop back in, and I'm actually going to use this little edit prompt and change colors to this. And we're going to see what it does to it. Okay, I'm only going to do one since, we're going to try to see. And I should have actually just redid that one so we could compare them side by side, and I will do that in just a second. Okay. Grab that real quick. I can grab that image. I will redo her. Little girl with the, there we go. Just going to regenerate that one as it is so that we'll be able to see the difference. And then we'll pop back in. Okay, so basically this is how it changed it. Let me make it private real quick. So in just a second, we're going to be able to see the difference. Okay, so this is basically from our original prompt. And you see how different that is? Just from changing the one prompt, we got a totally different looking little girl, different colors, and everything. So that was just applying that one thing. We're going to go and find another thing. Let's see. Let's try crisp defined edges and just see what that. Okay, so we're going to pop back in. We're going to take our original picture here. We're going to regenerate. And we're going to go in and we're going to say apply this to the prompt. Now, you can do this manually, and I have done it manually. Most of the time I do it manually, but since we have this little magic wand to do it, and if you're a beginner and maybe just don't quite understand how this prompting is working right now, that may be an easy way to implement it. Okay, let me make it private and then we'll look at it. Okay, so that particular image, it is different though. See, the little girl is different, and it is a different little look than either one of these little girls. So see, we've taken one prompt, we've turned it into 3 potential packs. Now, how do you further make this work for you? Now, this one right here, I would redo it because as you see, the backpack is a little weird and it's kind of missing an arm. But, that happens. So we're going to redo this one and do 4 of them and just see if we can get a good clean image. And then I'm going to show you how you can take just those steps that we just did, and then now we can turn this into more packages. Okay, make it private. Okay, this one would be a dud. And that didn't have anything to do with what we did. It's just sometimes you know how that goes. Okay, all right. Oh, I kind of freaked it out, didn't I? Now, this little girl, she's cute. Oh, she is adorable. I love her. Okay, so she's really cute. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take this one and work with it. Okay, we're going to regenerate it. We're going to take this one prompt. We're going to remove, we're going to do it with this. We're going to say remove the backpack and turn little girl into a princess. Now, we're using two really cool things. We're using the AI prompt playbook and we're using some of the features in Artistly. So now we're going to redo this and see what we get. I'll go in and remove all of these when I have time. So look at this. She is super cute. Now that would make a lovely clip art for invitations or whatever, and I probably will use her. So we're going to regenerate this. Uh-oh. I don't know why it started doing that, but sometimes it will just completely not give me my prompt. Okay. Regenerate. There we go. All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to say the remove background and change to white background. And then we'll get a little cleaner image without all the little goodies around it. We're gonna try this and see what we can get out of. And you're basically watching my process to create little princesses. Super cute. Okay, so these are cute. Let's see what it does with 4. Let's do 4 images. Okay. See how cute they are. See, these are really cute. So we could just keep on until we have a whole little. And we basically, if you saw the progression, we basically created this by tweaking. That's my new thing, tweaking. We went from this little girl right here and this little girl right here. We're going to change the princess and use this one now because this one has we applied the other version to it. So we're going to try both of those versions. Did I make that private? Yes. Okay. See, I really like this one. She is really super cute. I think I'm going to use her in an invitation. So nobody else try to use her. Okay. So, okay. So we're going to go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the playbook and do this crisp defined edges. And then we're going to turn her into a princess. We're going to regenerate. We're going to apply this and put the thing from our playbook. Turn girl, remove backpack. Backpack and change girl into a princess. Now you notice, out of 400 pages, I've literally used like two different prompts. I mean, two different aspects of it. Phrases, there's words, there's all kind of goodies, but oh my gosh, look how pretty. Oh wow, she's gorgeous. And that was using the playbook. Y'all, she's very pretty. Let's do four of her and see if we get some full bodies. If not, we'll go back in. It says full body, so we probably will get some full bodies in there. Sometimes it'll give you, yes, this is getting more into the full body and we can tweak, but these are even also just amazing. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Can you believe that just those little tweaks? It's like a totally different way to look at your prompting. And I don't know of anybody that has this style. So now I have this totally unique and beautiful style that I can use to create clip art with. And you can do the same thing, utilizing the book and the technique that is in there about how to create your prompts. And I know that it's so hard when you're struggling because prompting is everything in clip art or any sort of art. It's finding the right words to communicate between your AI software or your platform. And it takes a lot sometimes. And, I kind of stumbled on all of this, but it was just too good to not share. And so I know there's so many people have supported this project, and I'm so excited. I've already started getting the reviews in on it, and so many people are already using it and saying they're loving how their clip artist or their art is coming out. That makes me so happy because truly it's kind of like that old saying about you can either give a person a fish or you can teach them how to fish and feed them for the rest of their lives. Well, this is kind of that concept with this. It's kind of like I could give you prompts. I could have given you a book of prompts, and you could have made clip art that, for the most part, would be different, but somewhat still alike a lot of other people's art. What this playbook strives to do is to give you the elements that you need and a little bit of basic knowledge on how to do it and me help you do it so that you can then take all of this 400 pages worth of amazing content, and you can turn it into your own techniques and your own art so that everyone's not just spitting out versions of the same old prompts. But hey, let's just say you've bought some prompts from someone. The way you can make yourself stand apart with the playbook is to go in and pull out pieces of the playbook and apply them to the prompts you already have. Another way is to reuse your old prompts, things that you do a whole clip art pack and you think, oh well, I did this whole clip art pack now, but now I can't use it anymore. But you can go back and use that same prompt, go back through your folders and maybe even find art that you didn't use. Like, we all do some art pieces and it just doesn't fit. It's not what we're looking for at the time. We'll go back through all of those images and those prompts. And then if you have the playbook, you can go in and apply different things. We used two. And I mean, literally, I've been experimenting with this for ever since I actually finished it because I couldn't do a whole lot of experimenting. I didn't have time when I was trying to get that 400 pages together. But when you are able to take that and flip through, in fact, I've already created kind of a cheat sheet for some of the ones that have worked really well out of it and that I know I can apply, that I'll get some good results. And it's really exciting to now be able to go in and just simply play with it. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because the other one was really short. since I've been experimenting with it, you can see now, um, even, working in my normal prompting techniques, like the going in and changing what the subject is, like changing the little girl with the backpack, and then we transformed her and that prompt into a beautiful princess. And we got several different looks. This by far is my favorite look. And that was definitely the one that I used, the two different ones. And I'll remind you what we did in the beginning, just so you go back. Okay, so originally we started with this little girl here from this was my original art. And then I applied one element to this one. And if we go back in, we'll see that it had the faded vintage colors in a washed out aged tone palette. And we added that to this one. And then in order to get this version, we went in and added, it already had the vintage muted touch of vintage chart, the vintage part. Okay. And then we went in and changed it to a princess, and also added the crisp defined edges to it. So incorporated those in. So you're going to see by utilizing all that Artistly has to offer. If you're uncomfortable just adding those elements in wherever you want to, manually, then you can use the little magic wand to do it. So let's look at this one again. I'm going to do another 4 images just to see what it does, because it's such a pretty style. And I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to put together some invitations and other stuff using these little princesses, because they're very pretty. Now you can go in, you could also change the hair color. Oh yeah, these are just beautiful. They look so fairy tale-ish. Definitely a beautiful look. Oh my gosh, look at I'm already seeing behind trying to make these private. Oh yes, beautiful. Now, as I ask everyone when I'm doing my prompts and stuff, I hope that you won't take them as is, because that kind of defeats the purpose of. I'm gonna just remove that one since it's having a little slower time to create. But that's where the elements come in. I want you to create something unique and different to you. And so, but this literally was starting from just a very different place, and here we have just created something amazing. Now, we can also take and we can go back and where's my little girl here? Oh, okay. Oh, let's go here. Okay, let's go to her again. And we're going to regenerate again. We're going to pop back over here, and we are going to look for something else that we can do. Let's try a texture effect. Let's try the soft ink bleed, gentle fading on the edges, and see what that does. Okay. I'm gonna, apply this. And I mean, you get to a point at some point, some of them may not work with the prompt. So far, I haven't found very many that don't work with the prompt. But now this one, we didn't change it we didn't change her. Okay, so we got a little bit different coloring. Now we're going to change her. We're going to go in and ask it to change her to a princess. Remove backpack and change girl to a princess. Okay. And we'll see how that does. It may not change it very much. It wasn't. It was just sort of a brush stroke kind of thing. So, but as you can see, you can definitely just continue to play with it until you then see the look that you're after. I really believe that the AI Artist Playbook is a way that the regular everyday AI artist can elevate their work and start to put out things that people are not already seeing so much of. I don't know, that one I must have freaked it out because it's taken a little bit longer to generate. But these little girls are so cute. All of these are so very cute to me. Here, let me try this again. It may be just stuck. And that's what I do if it gets stuck. But anyway, let's see. Let's regenerate it. Okay, so we're gonna move the backpack, and change girl to princess. Okay, we're gonna see. And I don't want to go on too long with this particular video because this is basically kind of what I wanted to show you of just how you can start applying. And there are so many different things. I mean, we could go in and we can add a pop art look to the prompt. Aw. And see, this is even yet another style just by changing and adding those elements. So, okay. So if we want to go radical, let's do that. Let's just go in there and we're going to go to the pop art. I'm going to go back here to the table of contents so I can jump there. Pop art, where is it at? Yeah, pop art. Okay, and let's see what we can do here. Let's find an element. Let's try this one. Graphic comic book aesthetic. Let's just see what this does to it. Okay. So we're going to go back to this one. Regenerate. We're going to apply this. Okay. And I'll change the little, I'll say remove back. We need to remove that backpack or we'll have a princess. Change girl to princess. And let's just see what that does to it. The real key is to have all the phrasing. Okay, so this one was a halftone one, but hey, okay. So that's what that does. Let's go back in there. I wanted some bright colors. So did I? Yeah, okay, as long as I've got it private. Let's bounce back in. Let's do this vibrant neon colors with contrast. Let's do this one. I'm going to apply. Yeah, let's just apply to this one. Regenerate. Change by applying this. Okay. Now we've already got several applications that we've done. We turned it into that halftone, so I'm not sure how this one's going to look if I go back to a normal prompt and start with that one, then we'll probably get a different result. But anyway, let's see. Because this one is still saying halftone shading. Oh, wow. No, it did it bright too. Wow. Can you believe that it turned that into this? Now, let's go further and let's go back in and let's say change to a little princess and see what it does. Let's see, to a standing little princess and see what that does. I mean, this little magic thing is also a really cool thing, and it just actually makes using the AI playbook so much easier because we have an easy way to insert these prompts to see how they're going to work. Oh, cute. So see, I mean, isn't it amazing how differently now, even further, let's take this one and I'm going to take it into, okay, I'm going to take it into the advanced. Now, everything I'm doing you saw was in the fast, but we're going to take this one in, and I'm just going to do this because it's a sample. I'm going to take this and show you that you can bring your prompts from fast over into this and probably even get even more ideas. We're going to see how this one interprets. I'm not sure because of all the bright colors and stuff exactly what it's going to spit out. But hey, that's where the fun comes in and where really fine-tuning your own styles comes in. This is where you are able to create your art. Oh, wow. So this is not really bright, but oh, we didn't do the bright one. I brought the fairy tale one. This is pretty. She's a pretty princess too. So, I mean, there's just so many possibilities. We've done this with princesses, but you can do it with any subject. You can do it with any medium. You can mix and match those things, and you can create your own individual art that other people are that's not just going to be the same old, and that's where you're going to elevate yourself and your clip art will start beginning to get noticed. I believe honestly when I got started, one of the things that helped me, and I'm not selling bazillions of clip art right yet. I'm new. I started last year, but last year was crazy for me. I had kidney stones that lasted for like 3 months, so I was in and out of the emergency room and in a lot of pain. So the beginning of the year started great in February, and then it went downhill for months. And then we had a hurricane, we had a tornado, a bad storm, a tornado, and a hurricane that all left us kind of crazy. And then I was sick again. So my dad had some surgery. I really did not put my all into last year. So I'm not farther ahead than I should have been. But I do know that based on the platforms that I post my art, one of the reasons and one of the things that made people notice my clip art maybe as um differently or whatever is that inside those groups most of the people were using Midjourney. I think Midjourney is awesome, and I've seen some brilliant art, and really my opinion stays the same that if everyone is doing the same prompts and they're getting somewhat different but the same style, then everything begins to look a little bit alike. And that's okay because people like certain styles. That's fine. But when you do step out, like Artistly has from the beginning produced some different looking art. And so I think that was one of the things that set me apart was nobody else was using Artistly. Now, quite a few people are using Artistly because at the time I started using it, I've told this story over and over again. it was the launch day. So from the very day one of anybody being able to use Artistly, I was using it. And it took me a good 4 or 5 months to really learn it enough that I could even tell anybody anything else about it or even try to sell anything. But most people are jumping in because I'm here and I've been able to have my tutorials on, for my channel, and I have my Facebook group, which if you're not already a member, you should join. Info's in the description. Because of that, most people are getting a head start on it and they can learn how to use it a lot quicker. That was kind of my thing. I felt like if people were going to use my affiliate link and I was going to make a little bit of money, even though it doesn't cost you anything else to use the link, then I wanted to be there as an extra layer of support so that as I learn it, I can help all of you learn to use it as well. And now that I've done this AI artist playbook and compiled all of this together, curated such a wonderful wealth of information, it gives you the tools that you need to even set yourself apart even more. And I think that's where the real beauty is. That's where we stop selling AI clip art that's spit out by AI that we really can't take ownership of, is because we're not really contributing that much, especially if we're using prompts that are just, out there circulating around and we don't make any additions to them ourselves. I know this is a bit of a soapbox and this is just a little more philosophical than most of you even want to hear, but it's kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. As AI art progresses and gets better and better, we're going to be the element. The human element is going to be what makes that really unique. And as you can see from what we've done in today's exercises, there is so much possibilities out there. So I'm going to end now because I get really wordy and I'm sorry I get too excited with what I'm doing. And I know I'm not the most organized, and I don't script anything I'm talking to you about. This is just you and I having a good time. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit taxing on some of the folks that watch that are used to a little bit more scripted. That's just kind of not where I'm at with it right now. I have a difficult time with scripts because they make me nervous and I never end up getting out what I need to get out. So I'm kind of here for now. But I appreciate you watching. If you've seen this video and you don't already have the AI Artist's Playbook, I'll have a link down in the description. Check it out. And it's not expensive at all. I've got it 50% off right now. I don't know when you're going to be watching this, so it's hard for me to put out specific amounts and stuff. So I'm not sure the 50% will still be when you're watching this if it's, a year from now. But for right now, introductory, I do have it on sale. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And if you have any questions, or comments, please comment. All feedback is valuable to me, and I do try to look at all of the comments. So far, I try to, respond to everyone. There may be a point in the future where that's slower or I can't do it, but for now, I so appreciate you watching. And anyway, just have a great day. Thank you for watching. And all my links, my affiliate links and everything, are down in the description. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you aren't a member of my Facebook group, I encourage you, especially if you're already using Artistly, to get in there because it's so much easier and faster for me to respond to things inside the group. But have a great day, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.